Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I am here with a DIY project for the summer. So today I'm going to be putting together a DIY project. For me, I'm going to be using it for my girls. They will be out of school by the end of this week. They only have one young lady has 3 days left and the other has 4 days. The last one has 5 days, so it just kind of rotates. But I do over the summer do some partial babysitting where I share duties with some of my family members, where I watch their kids some days, they watch my kids some days, and so we have a flexible arrangement where the kids can kind of jump back and forth between different families. And so because of that, I will be keeping not just my two kids but also some of my nieces. And so I wanted to set up some summer journals for the girls. I sometimes will be up to like 4 or 5 girls at my house, and I want them to have some things to be able to do that are planner related and arts and crafts related. And so again, I'm going to be setting this up for their summer journals, but this is something that you can absolutely do for pretty much any project that you need. I just wanted to kind of give you some of the context for why I'm doing it. But in terms of supplies, I've purchased this corner rounder. I'm pretty sure I got this off Temu, but you can find similar things on Amazon. This one is a super nifty one where it has like 3 different types of corners that you can punch. The one that I typically use is this one. It says R4mm, so it's the rounded 4mm. So that's the one that I will use for this video and for this project. I also have my paper trimmer just to be able to cut some straight lines. If you don't have a paper trimmer, you can absolutely just use a pair of scissors. I would use a pair of scissors and a pencil just to trace the cover, so that way you can cut that way. I'm also going to use this ruler to be able to measure my covers. But what I'm doing in this video, if you haven't noticed from the title already, but I'm going to be making some DIY covers. Now again, just to give you the context, I did put together a arts and crafts caddy for 2 of the girls, and I need to put together 2 more for my youngest daughter, as well as for another niece that sometimes I watch. And as part of their summer caddy, I did show a video in a previous video with like some of the supplies, but my daughter Sophia asked for a composition notebook. Now this is just one of the ones that she found in my stash, and it says, "Be a pineapple, stand tall, and wear a crown, and be sweet." So this one I got from Walmart, and she wanted that just because she loved that message. And then she asked that her cousins, my nieces, got a composition notebook as well. So this one is one that I found in my stash. It's just lined paper. This one is actually a Webster's Pages one, probably better quality paper, honestly, than the Walmart one, but you know, it's for 5 and 7-year-old girls, so it doesn't really matter the quality of the paper. But one of the things that I do notice with these composition notebooks, and this is something that's super cool to me at least, is that the classic Happy Planner size is almost the same size as the composition notebooks. The classic Happy Planner is a little bit smaller. The composition notebook generally is going to be like 8 by 10. So this one is actually 7.5, you can see there, and this one is almost 10, so it's 9 3/4. So hopefully you can see that. And so it is basically like 1/2 inch all the way on 2 edges, so 1/2 inch higher and 1/2 inch wider than the Happy Planner. But what's so cool about that is that the Happy Planner cover, this one, if you measure from lamination to lamination, this one is 7 3/4. And again, from lamination to lamination, this one is 9 3/4. So in terms of height, it's pretty much exactly the same height as the notebook, and it's a little bit, the cover is a little bit wider. And let me flip it this way so you can kind of see. So it's a little bit wider, it has a little bit of an edge. So one of the things I was thinking of doing is letting them use the composition notebooks, but eventually like pulling out the pages that they use and archiving it for them in a summer journal. So for Sophia, that will be either in the separate summer journal or in her memory book. So I haven't decided yet, but I wanted to go ahead and just maybe create the pages so that way they can decorate the covers as well as part of their summer. And so I pulled out these covers, and these are some older covers that I've had in my stash for forever. I'm trying to use up these covers, and so in some cases I've like just covered up this message and like put a label for what it is. But I thought that this time around, what I would do is, because the girls love to decorate with stickers and just kind of like do their own thing with it, I thought that I would just kind of cover the like most of the rainbow stripes. And so what I've got here is like what I think is going to be a very simple project. This is just like a full sheet of sticker paper. This is from the brand Becky. It's full-size sticker sheets from Amazon, so I'll link this for sure in the description so you can see that and find that for yourself. And what I'm going to do is just cover the front of this cover, and I'll also cover the back too. I don't know how much of it I'll get to this video, but I think what I want to do is, instead of punching, and this is why I didn't bring my hole punch out, is I think instead of covering the punches here, I'm going to just leave a little bit of the rainbow, just to kind of do that, and then I'll like round the edges here and just kind of go like that way. And I'm not going to worry too much about it being perfect. I really want it to be, you know, something that the girls can use and enjoy, and not worry about perfection here. So I think I want to leave, I think maybe like, I'm gonna say, let's do something like 3/4 of an inch. Is this enough? Oh, that might be too much. Okay, I'm gonna leave a little bit, maybe more like that. All right, so that's about like, I'm gonna say somewhere in like the 3/4 realm. All right, and so yeah, if I leave it at 3/4, I'm sorry, 3/4 of an inch, then I think that's enough of the rainbow. Actually, I don't know. It'll be good enough, I think. Maybe I should cover the whole thing. I don't know. I was trying to avoid punching, so that's what this was all about. But let me go ahead and just do then 7 inches. And this, I'm right now just measuring just the inside, the basically the paper on the inside. So you can see here it's 7 inches, and I've got like that much of a gap. I think that should be okay. I might change my mind towards the end. And then in terms of the paper for the height, it is 9.5. All right, so hopefully you can see that, 9.5. And so I'm going to cut this paper to 7 and 9.5, again using my paper trimmer. And one thing about the full sheet of paper, I don't know if you can see it here, but it has an edge on both sides. And so I'm going to be trimming from both sides just to get rid of that, so that way I can punch. It makes it a little bit harder to peel, but I'm okay with that, just to be able to get the corner rounded before I peel up the sticker sheet. So, all right, so I cut off just a little bit of the edge on that side, and then let me measure this side. This is going to be at 7. Okay, and then this will be 9.5. And this one, I am going to maybe make it like just the tiniest bit bigger than 9.5. So it should be like right here. But just to give myself some wiggle space and be able to cover everything, I'm going to move it down just to be a little bit higher in height than the lamination. So it's 9 and whatever that mark is. Trying to do math. 9/16. So 9 and 9/16. And so now I'm going to round just 2 corners. So let me round this corner. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, since I'm not rounding all 4 corners, I really didn't have to trim off that one edge. So I'll know that for the next one. All right. So that's what it kind of looks like before I peel it up. I feel like it's very noticeable though that it's like higher in width. So I guess I'm going to have to just be very super careful, and I need to trim it to 9.5, because otherwise it just looks like slightly, like it's just a little bit higher. All right, and this will be a lot of back and forth measuring here, but let me see. Okay, just a little bit more. So a little bit less than 9.5 is what I'm doing now. Cut this way. Okay. All right, I think that looks good. right? Again, not perfect, but good enough. All right, now I have to make a decision on this edge. Do I feel like that's enough rainbow? I think that should be okay, actually. And so let me round this corner once again before I forget. And one thing that I did notice as I was doing this is that the top edge here, for this cover at least, is white and white, and so I can make a little bit of error on those two sides and be okay. Now, in order to put this on here, I'm just gonna peel off this edge. This is permanent sticker paper, so I have to be very careful about the initial lay down. And so I'm gonna peel it up, and I think I'm gonna fold it back on itself like this, just so I can get a solid edge to cover it here, and just be super careful to like get it exactly where I need it to go on the first lay down. All right, and I'm gonna, there is, you know, like it's permanent, but you can definitely like take or make some adjustments, but I want to be as careful as possible here, right? I feel like I did a good job there, right? Okay, so now I will just peel it up slowly and just kind of rub it down as I peel off some. Right, this is not vinyl paper or like vinyl sticker paper, which I feel like could also be like something super useful to cover this, and it would have much more coverage. I think you can still see the rainbows underneath, the stripes underneath, so I might have to do this twice. Oh, I went too fast there, had a little bit of a bubble. Just be slow here, just be. Okay, so that is what it looks like. See, you can still see the rainbow cover underneath, but overall, a pretty decent project, right? I'm not going to do the inside cover. I think that looks super cute as it is, but I definitely will do the back cover. And see, now I'm thinking I should have covered all the way to the edge, but that's okay. I will be okay with that. I think what I'm going to do is just pause the video at this point, and just kind of maybe do a second layer to cover that up, and then see what I'm going to do with the back. I think I'm just going to do full coverage on the back and then just punch the holes here. But I think that's super simple, right? Let's just, instead of pausing the video, I'm going to go ahead and just maybe speed through doing a second layer of the sticker paper and see how that goes. Okay, so I did it. Isn't that cute? It does feel like sticker paper on top of a cover, so if that's not your deal, then definitely not the project for you. But I feel like now the girls have a super cute cover that they can decorate and just kind of do what they want to with it. And yeah, we're gonna call it done. I'll figure out what to do with the back cover here, but I thought this was a super quick and easy way to update the covers. You could absolutely do this with any covers that you don't like, and be able to just kind of stick it on there. As I'm doing this, one of the things that I was thinking might be super fun is to put a layer of white sticker paper just with nothing printed on it, and then print something on this front cover, some design that you like, and you're able to basically design your own cover like that. So I thought that was, you know, just a fun idea, something that could be easily done with just sticker paper, and you can update your covers that way. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.